Welcome in W231 Electronic Devices and Circuits, and this is the after mid, and this is the second portion after the mid. First one is related to the BJT transistors, and before mid we covered uh, the diode portion and their applications, and starting with some semiconductor materials, and then we develop a simple device which is a diode, and then this is the relevant terms related to the diode, just like the uh, transition and diffusion capacitance, reverse recovery time, and there are some specification sheets related to the diodes, and there are some equivalent circuits of the diodes, and the end of chapter. In the last portion we covered the some Zener diodes and the light emitting diode and further other type of the diodes. And in the next chapter of the textbook we covered some diode applications, and it's starting from the load line analysis, and then there are some configurations like the series parallel combinations and the configurations, and there are some applications related to just to develop the and OR gates and some analog and digital applications. And most important applications of the diode is a half wave rectifier and full wave rectifier. It has had many applications when we required some DC source. Is when the provider source is AC, then we usually use the bridge circuit or the full wave rectifiers, and there are some clipper and clamper circuits related to the Zener diode applications, and then the Zener diodes and some voltage multiplier circuits, and some practical applications related to the Zener diode. And now I am thinking there is certain applications like the protection of a DC motor. Sometimes we use the Zener diodes, and it is the very important applications to protect the overload or overload currents. And then the next major devices, which is the second portion of the course, is the bipolar junction transistors. And this concept starting from the construction of a transistor, and then transistor operations, and after developing a transistor, then we study the some configurations like the common base configuration, and common emitter configurations and common collector configurations, and then we study the operation region related to the BJT, and what are the limits we discuss in detail, and what are the effects on the operations we also covered in details. And before mid we covered the portion of a chapter 4 related to DC biasing, like starting from the operating point, then the fixed bias circuits, and the emitter bias, and then voltage divider bias circuits, and remaining some configurations are covered after the mid. And in chapter 5 you recently covered the AC analysis related to BJT. It is the small signal AC analysis, actually large signal for the high voltage or high power rating BJT is not covered in this course in E1 or electronic circuit 1. And you covered the some models, and we insert that models into different type of circuits and different type of biased configuration circuits, and we find the effects of these uh, models and the circuits, and then the load resistance, and the also dependent on the source resistance. And also we covered the two-port system approach and the cascade system, and there are some certain special topics like the Darlington connection and feedback pair, and the current mirror circuit concepts and current source circuits, and these are covered in the last chapter. So in this portion, which should be start from week 13 of the semester, and no, it will be starting from the field effect transistors. So concept related to the BJT and field effect transistors are maybe some symmetry, like the maybe both are developed from the same type of materials, maybe sometime FET developed from the organic matters and so on. And we will cover in this lecture the some fundamentals related to the field effect transistors. And in a lockdown situation, this is the first lecture with you people, and definitely we have some arranged live sessions and synchronized mode of teaching, and it will be helpful to understand the concepts in deeper way. But to take a video lecture, it is more a difficult task sometimes when we are comfortable with the conventional base. So I just develop a slide which is the important uh, how to take a lecture in the form of video. And I think you should also keep these equipment in the lecture. uh, so first one is you should have some for some writing stuff, and also to writing stuff like a book or ball pen. Then if there are some numericals, you have a calculators and the subject book. It is important. So lecture maybe sometime miss the some few concepts, maybe you will be simply maybe covered from that concepts, but it book will be helpful, so definitely. And in our case, it is electronic devices and circuitry. My lecture is based on this book. Especially keep this book, it is important and it will be helpful to understand the concepts later to the FETs. So our lecture will be start with the relevant discussion of the relevant CLOs, and then the introduction of the field effect transistors. Shortly, it is FETs, and then the constructions, and maybe we will cover the characteristics later to the FETs and the types of FETs. And definitely first type is the GFETs, and it will cover in this lecture. Okay, there are four course learning outcomes in this subject, and first two is relevant to the PLO1, and third and fourth relevant to the PLOs 2. So first yellow is relevant to the some fundamental concepts like the construction of basic electronic components like the FETs, diodes, and BJTs. And the it is will be leveled covered is the cognitive level is the comprehensive, and the second CLO is related to the applying the knowledge of semiconductor and obtain the some simplified electrical model, and it is the PLO1, and it is a cognitive level 2. And similarly, third is to analyze the basic electronic circuits using the concepts of the semiconductor devices and their characteristics, and it is related to the PLO2, and cognitive level is 4. And the last CLO is relevant to the design basic electronic circuits using the knowledge of semiconductor devices like the FETs and circuitries, and it will be again under the PLO2 and cognitive level 5. And no, starting is the field effect transistors. So field, what does mean by field? It's a gravitational field, or magnetic field, or electric field. Definitely we are talking about the electric field. Here the field term is relevant to the electric field, and this effect of electric field will be the change in the resistance. So this is the uh, meaning of that meaning of the FETs, field effect transistors. Actually, transistor is the alternate of some uh, energy, many high energy consumption devices, uh, and FET is the and BJT are the alternates. So both transistors are the variable resistance. There is a variation in resistance. First one, by using the bipolar, two type of carriers, using the two type of carriers, variation in the resistance. And now we are talking about the field effect transistor, which is relevant to the electric field. With the variation of electric field, we can change the resistance. So this concept is the controlled, and this controlled situation is have a lot of applications. And like the some applications are here, which are the simple, like the we are usually using like amplifiers, both BJT and FETs, and also switching circuits, also for impedance matching, and there are for protection, for there are a lot of type of signal generating, and there are a lot of applications which are similarly applicable on both type of the transistors. So just for the comparison, there are a lot of differences between the two type of, actually these are two type of technologies, BJT and FETs. So here we are just talking about the two devices, BJT and FETs. So FET is a voltage control. Actually we want to control the field. So field is controlled by the voltage. So it is a voltage controlled device, whereas BJT is the current control, because there are two type of carriers are contributing for this flow of current, and this is controlled by the current, or especially base current. And next, very important comparison, FET have the some higher input impedance, whereas BJT have the higher gain. And this FET is not so much sensitive, and whereas BJT have the low input impedance ZI, which is in AC circuits we covered in the last chapter. And this, due to this low input impedance, BJT is the sensitive to the some input signals, and FET is less sensitive, similarly, especially for also for the temperature variations. So for higher temperature applications relative to the BJT, it is more comfortable FET. And also sizes of FET is smaller than the BJT. So this technology, these type of transistors are usually used in the ICs, and this is also for use in higher frequencies. For example, when we are talking about the 4G 5G communications, then there are and then the frequencies relevant to is the terahertz instead of megahertz and gigahertz. Then these type of hardware is required for these type of higher frequencies, is the FET based technologies. So this is the most comparison. There are a lot of other comparison, but it is not our the major topic. So concept of the comparison of BJT and FET is directly we can visualize by the some schematic of BJT and FETs. And this BJT, this is the base terminal, and this is the collector terminal, and this is the emitter terminals. And this both current is summing up here, and there is a voltage delta across the base and emitter is zero point 0.7, just like the diode, just like the diode. And collector current is equal to the base current plus emitter current. And this current, if this current is equal to 0, then this device is switch off, and with the variation of this current in the range of microamperes, we can change we can change the current of IC and definitely IE. And as compared to a base current, collector current and emitter currents are higher values. It is beta times. Beta is usually 250, 100,000 in the range of these. And whereas BJT has a three terminals. One is the gate. This is the gate, G representing the gate and D representing the drain. This is the drain. We will briefly cover in this lecture. And this is the source. So this is the source. And with the variation or with the control voltage of VGS, when we are talking about VGS, it means we are talking about the terminal this G and S. If we control this voltage or change this voltage, then current in D and S is flow, and this current is ID or the IS. Both currents are the same, and this is the unipolar device. This is the unipolar device. This is the main difference between the BJT and FETs. BJT In BJT, contribution of current is due to the hole and electrons, whereas contribution of current ID or IS is only maybe due to electron or due to or holes. So only one type of carrier contribute toward the current. So this is the unipolar device. This is the major difference in the form of technology. One is the control variable, and there are lot of applications, and here the operation is based on the two type of carriers related to BJT, and when we are talking about the FET, only one type of carriers is contributing. And this relation definitely show the control situation where beta is it is a constant, and it is the designer part, and definitely designer will be fixed for different values of beta, and IB is the input value, and with the variation of this control value we can control the current. Whereas in the FET, we can control this drain current with the variation of VGS, and VGS actually changing with the variation of voltage between G and S is the variation of the field. So if we change the field, then current is changing, and this relation definitely will be explained in the next portion and maybe in the next lecture very well. So important figure taking from the textbook, and it is showing the N. Munro and the Deci jointly developed some experiment and to mining the characteristics of FETs. It is in 1955, and this is the some schematics related to the gate. This P and this P is are connected, and this is P for positive, and this is the some drain, and this is the source, and definitely this is the negative. At we this is in the next portion, and there are some depletion regions by applying the some potentials, and this is there are a lot of some figures and later the diagrams which can be explained on the internet. Okay, FET field effect transistors have the three terminals, and there are three type of GFETs we discuss here in this course. First one is the JFETs. Keep in mind these terms shortly. JFETs. This is the junction field effect transistor, and we will cover it extensively. And this is, and there are two further type of JFET are the N channel JFETs and P channel JFETs. What is meant by the channel? It will be covered in the construction portion. And next one is the MOSFET. MOSFET is shortly of metal oxide field effect transistor. Metal oxide field effect transistor. And there are depletion metal oxide field effect transistor and enhancement metal oxide field effect transistor. D MOSFET, E MOSFET. JFETs, N channel JFETs, P channel JFETs, MOSFET, D MOSFET, E MOSFETs. These are the types of MOSFET. And third type is the metal semiconductor field effect transistors. There are lot of applications of these different type of FETs. So first one is the construction of the JFETs. It is the first type of the FETs, JFETs. And we will distinguish N and P type of JFETs. And first of all, this is the introduction later to the JFETs. It is a FET, actually it is a three terminals. And this terminal is the drain. This is the drain for draining purpose of the carriers, and this is the gate which is controlling the channel, and this is the source. This is the source of carriers, this is the drain of carriers, and this gate is controlling the channel between drain and the source. This is the FET, this is the JFETs. And it is very important that it is the N channel, because drain and source are the connected with N type of materials, whereas P type is used to make a gate, which is the substrate, develop a substrate on the N type, and drain terminal is connected through the some ohmic contact. There is some ohmic contact. Usually when we are talking about the electronics devices, this type of contact are usually of the some type material like the gold, because of due to the low resistance. And but here we are using the ohmic contact, which make this a controlled device. Similarly, this is the ohmic contact, this is also ohmic contact. And when we this substrate del P over the N, then there is a region 12 like the diode that are the BJT. This region is the depletion region, and here also a depletion region. And this is the constructions of a JFETs. And N channel is mostly used, and that's simply I think it is the enough for the construction point of view of the JFETs. Okay, this is the schematic related to N channel JFETs. These three terminals, gate which is connected this P type and this P type, and this is the drain and this is the source, and this is the N channel JFETs. So what is mean by this N channel? This ID, a drain current, actually is representing the conventional current, which is direction of this conventional current is like a downward. But for N channel JFETs, this is the source of the carriers. So electrons are moving from source towards the drain. So electrons are moving from source toward the drain with the control of the field, and field is developed by applying the potential between gate and source voltage, which is the VGS, a control voltage. And when we apply this voltage, and this P substrate and N channel make the some depletion region, and this depletion region is vary with the variation of this voltage. With the variation of this voltage, this depletion region is vary, and with the variation of this voltage, this is vary, and the path for flowing the carriers from source to drain is also vary, which may be narrow or wider, depends on the application of VGS, which will be covered inshallah in the next slides. And this is the equivalence of symbolically representation of a JFET's N channel, and this is N channel JFET's is representing the direction of this one. And there are VGS is the control voltage between the gate and the source, and VDS is the source for the current of some conventional current of ID or IS, and ID and IS are the same, and this may be changed with the variation of voltage of VGS, and this is the N channel JFET. So no, this is in the reverse direction, and P channel JFET is just like the reverse convention like the N channel JFETs, and this is the drain terminal, and this is the gate terminal, and this is the source terminal, and this is VGS is the control voltage. And now P type of material is developed here in a red portion, and there are N type of substrate over here, which is acting which is connected with the gate terminals, and gate and the source terminals are controlled through the voltage of VGS, and definitely is control the field. And there are the current of ID. This is the conventional current. For N carriers, conventional current is downward, whereas in this case is from source to drain, because here for P channel JFETs, carriers are only contributing toward the IS, or ID is the holes. So holes are moving from source to toward the drain. So one type of carriers are moving. So this is the unipolar device. So this is the symbolically representation of a P channel JFETs: gate terminals, drain, and the source, and VDS is a control voltage, which is the this is uh, current with the variation of current, and VGS is the control parameter for the current of ID, and that's all. This is the P channel JFETs. So this is the comparison of N channel and P channel JFETs. So this is the N channel JFETs. It is JFETs N channel, and this is the P channel JFETs. And gate drain source for the P channel, and again control voltage is a VGS between the gate and the source, and this is a gate and the source. So main important concept are related to the comparison of P channel and N channel JFETs. In N channel JFETs, carrier are moving from source to drain are the electrons, whereas conventional current is downward from drain to source. Whereas in P channel JFETs, source carrier which are moving from this P channel are the holes from source to drain, and similarly this is the conventional current. So this is the important concept, and so you can understand what is meant by channel. And this channel, maybe we can vary the width of the channel, we can vary by the variation of VGS. If we change the voltage, then P or N type substrate will definitely make the depletion region with a channel, and this width of the channel may be change, and this will be definitely change the resistance of the transistors. This is the fundamental concepts related to the JFETs. This is the 100% analogies is linked with this type of JFETs. And here, for example, source is the source of water, and this knob is the gate, which is the changing the flow of water. And similarly, in this case, if we are talking about the N channel, then flow of electron can change with the gate. And drain, here is a draining of water, and here is a draining of electron, are the holes, are the positive carrier. This is the symmetry or the analogy between these two systems, electrical and the source of the water. And whereas potential between the gate and the source is like a pressure of a water we can change with the variation of the knob. So this is the N channel JFETs. To understand the concepts, if we simulate or some animate some this type of model, so this is the drain, this is the source. If it is the N channel, then the electrons are the source which are moving toward the drain, and this is the gate, and this P and definitely this P substrate are connected. And if we change the gate physically, if we change the width, but this width is actually changed with the variation of potential. If we change the potential, then the width is change, and width by variation, the change of width, this N channel is vary. So flow of electrons are like this way. So if we uh, try to, okay, electrons are moving from here to here in this one. If we change the width, this flow will be definitely change. And if we apply a negative voltage here, what happened? So let's think, if this is the N channel JFET, so this is the P substrate, this is the P substrate, and there is an N channel, and for N channel JFETs, carriers are moving from N channel are the electrons which are moving from source to drain. So if we apply zero, instead of zero or positive voltage, we apply some negative voltage here, what happened with this one? What happened with this one? Actually, it blocks the carriers. If we apply this negative voltage, then this negative potential actually repel each other, this negative carriers repel each other, and this blocks the carriers. Majority carriers are the unipolar device is definitely pushed toward the switch off conditions. And this is the beauty of the JFETs, and this is covered under the N channel JFETs. So characteristics of JFETs is this is under the different conditions. First one, when there is a no voltage between the gain and the source, and voltage is increasing between the drain and the source, what happen? And similarly, when voltage between the gate and the source is negative, and with the variation of the VDS, and similarly voltage controlled resistance. There are three different situations we will discuss in detail. So this is the n channel JFETs. So first condition is when there is a no voltage applying between the gate and the source, and zero voltage between the gate and the source, and these are directly connected with each other, and there is certain voltage applying between the drain and the source, and this is the VDD, which is the voltage applying between the drain and the source. It is sometime maybe we can say it is a VDS. And if we see that there is some positive voltage, for example this is some positive voltage here with n type material or n substrate, and there is zero voltage, and there is a reverse biased situation between n type and p type material, and this reverse bias situations make a depletion region which is wider over here and maybe thinner here in the lower end portion. For example, maybe it is a 0 volt here and maybe a 5 volt is here, 5 positive. It is a source which is supplying from 0 to some positive 5 volt. So 0 connected with this n type material and 0 is connected with this p type material, and so there is no depletion regions because and there is a depletion region is thinner as compared to the in upper portion where depletion region is wider, thicker. So this thicker portion will resist the flow of the carriers, maybe a conventional current, maybe in type of electron are flowing from source to drain. So this is the very important concept. If depression region between p type gate and the n channel increases uh, from n channel combining with the holes, and similarly if we increase the voltage, then this depletion region will definitely increase, and it will reduce the current. It will reduce the current, and if we want to change the amount of current, then definitely we increase the this value of the voltage, maybe from 1 volt to 2 volt. When we increase the voltage, then this current ID is definitely increased. In short, when VGS 0 and there is certain voltage applying by VDS or VDD source, and this make the depression region thicker in the upper region whereas thinner in the lower end region, and and definitely it will reduce the current. If we want to increase the current, then we have to increase the voltage VDS. This is important characteristics of the n channel JFET. This situation of with the variation of voltage here VDD when VGS is 0 can be modeled as the electrical circuit, because this is a thin region between here, so resistance is high, so voltage is high here in the upper region as compared to the this one. And definitely if we want to say that there is, if we are applying, for example there is a series of resistance, and there is resistance R1, R2, R3, R4 and R5, and if we applying some 2 volt here and 0 volt here, so voltage between these two is different, and voltage between the lower end and this end is different, and similarly voltage between the lower end and this is the 2 volt. So definitely in this way we can model this one. So this is we can say voltage drop at this end is, for example, and at this point voltage is 0, at this point is 0.5, and for example, for the simplicity, if we divide into some equal portion of the resistances, then 0.5, 0.5 and 0.5, and there is a 2 volt here positive. And if and there is also the resistance of the n substrate, and if we want to overcome this substrate resistance, then we have to increase the voltage of this source if we want to change the current of ID. This is the important characteristics. And if we further increase the voltage, what happen? And definitely it will make the more reverse bias situation here, and the depletion region is increasing in the same similar way. And it like and further, if we increase a certain value, VDS is equal to VP, if we apply this some specific voltage, which is some upper limit of the voltage, when the two ends of the depletion reach just joint here, and this is the pinch off situation, and this pinch off situation make the current reduce here. So this situation is graphically shown here. We are changing the value of VDS with the VGS is equal to 0. If we're changing the value of VDS, and resistance is increasing, and when we approach this VDS value is equal to VP, VDS is equal to VP, then this is the point where maximum saturation current of the drain is flowing, IDSS, current through the drain and saturation level. And at and above this level, resistance is infinite, and this is parallel to the current, so resistance is infinite. Further, if we further increase the voltage, this is definitely will nothing happen, it will be just block the current. And this is and at the at by applying this voltage, this is the maximum current we can achieve through this one. And this is the pinch off situation. This is the n channel resistance, and n channel resistance is increasing due to the depletion region by applying the potential between the source and drain by taking the VGS as some zero value, and we approach the some value of VP, which is the maximum value of the VDS. And at this point, current flowing for that particular value of the voltage is IDSS, which is the saturation level of the drain current. And from the if we further increase the voltage, nothing happen, it will definitely uh, resistance of this narrow band is infinite up to here. And this situation can be understood through this animation. For example, this is n channel JFETs, this is the drain, and this is the source, and this is gate. And here is a voltage between the source and gate. In this animation we are actually increasing the reverse voltage. If even if we keep this voltage is equal to some constant value or zero value, this will happen definitely, and pinch off situation we will find the pinch off voltage also. And this is representing the some fixed value of the source. And if we apply this voltage, and this make the depression reach more wider. Maybe this is showing the some uniform, but it is non-uniform situation between the n and p channel, p type of impedance. And if you further increase the level of the voltage, then the channel between the drain and the source is again get narrowed. And if we further increase the voltage, this will happen that this is the pinch off situation. But this pinch off situation is definitely we can dwell in a different way, as we discussed in the last slide, that if we take the voltage between the gate and the source is some zero value, and if we change the voltage of this one VDS, then we can also get the same situation of pinch off situation. And at that particular voltage, current is flowing IDSS, which is the saturation stage current of the drain. And these characteristics inshallah will be continued in the next lecture, and hopefully this will be helpful to understand the basic concepts of the JFETs. Okay, this is the first lecture related to the FAT, and starting some basic discussion related to the course, and then we cover the CLUs related to the chapter 6 FATs, and then the types of FATs, and there are some fundamental constructions of the JFETs, especially for the N channel JFETs, and there are some characteristics which will be continue in the next lecture, and to try to review this lecture, and definitely we will handle your queries. If you have any query, you can forward me directly or email me at mazhar at the rate of giki.edu.pk, or maybe you can put questions on the MS Teams, maybe power students are also make some another classroom here, but I think no need of the extra classroom. We will use only one classroom, which is the combine of the three sections A, B, and C, electronics and the power students. Okay, if you have any query, I will handle it. uh, you may be contact through CR or email me. Okay, thank you so much.